this. So you have the reigning MVP right now, who's sitting on the 2-game losing streak.
Mm.
I don't know about that feller, Mr. Josh Allen. This is my problem with Josh Allen, and maybe you could chime in on this. This might turn into a whole debate.
Oh God.
My problem with Josh Allen is that he won the MVP, and the narrative was he did more with less. Now he lost to the Patriots and the Falcons, respectively, which I did not see that coming at all. But that's neither here nor there. Now the narrative is he needs help. So which one is it?
That's a question for me.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
you can
okay.
chime in if you want.
No, I mean, no. Well, let's not forget that the Bills did make a signing and Amari Cooper in the middle of the season that kind of helped out. That help that he needed. He's playing with a lot of young receivers. I'm not building an excuse for a guy, but I'm building an excuse for Josh Allen somewhat to a certain extent. I haven't liked everything that I have seen from the Bills defensively for starters. They're playing a lot of zone. I think it's the 4-3-5 that they're playing. So a lot of their linebackers is in one spot, and it's making it very easy for blockers to know where they're going to be at. I mean, if you look at the Bijan Robinson touchdown, I think it was like 70 something
It was
yards.
like 80.
No, like 80 yards. It was only one missed tackle. Everybody else was blocked. So defensively, I have not liked it. Offensively, um, Josh Allen has not been the Josh Allen that we're accustomed to. I don't know whether it's struggles of him needing that one star receiver. If it's the play calling, I mean, Sean McDermott needs to make some kind of adjustments. I mean, they need to be able to run the ball at least. Um, but I just haven't been liking what I've been seeing from the Bills in a totality. Honestly, it um, hasn't been a good scene for them. It's kind of a disappointment for ones that had the Bills coming out thinking they was going to be a top contender of the AFC. But right now, it looks like the Patriots can definitely win that division easily in the AFC East with the way that they've been playing. But that's a different conversation for a different day.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, last year they signed Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper isn't Justin Jefferson, but he's not a bad receiver. And I think he definitely helped that offense some to get them over the hump. Right now, they don't have anybody really. And then, of course, with the injuries that was going on during that game and before that game with Kincaid, I think Kincaid is a big part of that offense. He's off. Joshua Palmer, he had an injury early on, but he ended up coming back. But by then, I mean, the momentum was pretty much gone from the team. I mean, I know it was early when he came back, but Falcons was playing, I mean, lights out pretty much on the defensive side.
Yeah, shout out to the Falcons defense.
Yeah,
They're pretty good
Falcons
this year.
yeah, Falcons is really slept on. A lot of people gave them criticism of what they was doing during the offseason. Signing a quarterback, multi-million dollar contract, and then making Michael Penix the starting quarterback. But I'm gonna be honest, man, the Falcons really are good. The defense is getting better and better each week. Bijan Robinson is the truth. I think he's arguably probably the best running back in the game today. And Drake London, I mean, he's special too. He almost got 2 touchdowns if it wasn't him stepping out of bounds.
Mm.
But yeah, it's been ugly for the Bills. Defenses are disrupting the line of scrimmage for Josh Allen, creating turnovers, and he's just not making the necessary plays for possession of the football. I mean, it's just not working out for them. So yeah, last year he technically did win with less. Technically, if you compare him to the other MVP candidates. But I feel like this year is just a little bit different just because for one of injuries, I would say, and I really hate to use injuries as an excuse, but I mean, for a team like that who really doesn't have a star receiver, If you do lose a person like Kincaid, who's a big part of the offense, I think it makes an impact. So yeah,
I got to get some pushback. You already know.
I know you're gonna argue about.
I don't care about what personnel they got. I don't care about none of that. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to kind of paraphrase Shannon Sharp. Once you become an MVP, you're held to a higher standard, right?
True.
So with that in mind, like Shannon Sharp's brother Sterling Sharp said about Lamar Jackson, he says you dance with the girl you brought to the dance
Hmm.
as an MVP. So you gotta be critiqued even more. What I don't like is and I'm not saying you, but I'm talking about the media right after that game and the very next day is making excuses for the failure. Now, the games that they won, the combined record of those teams is 3-21 or 3-22, one of them. So year in and year out, he'll dominate teams with terrible records. But when he step up to a team that's good, we get the result. I'm not going to count the New England game because that's a divisional opponent. Those games are always tightly contested. Those teams know each other from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the mountain. So I can count it, but I'm not. But yeah, so I got to say, you got once you got that MVP trophy, that MVP trophy signifies that you were the best quarterback. Because let's face it, it's a quarterback award now. You were the best quarterback of the previous season. I mean, look at Dan Marino. Dan Marino won MVPs. He never won a Super Bowl. He's in the Hall of Fame. So technically, that MVP trophy almost give you a first ballot Hall of Fame bid.
Yeah, and I guess I understand what you're saying to a certain extent. It's just that when you win an MVP, you're winning for that year. The circumstances for the following year may not be the same. That's just like Lamar Jackson right now. He was second. He was second runner up for MVP, right? He hasn't been playing good this year either.
He hasn't been.
But
He really hasn't been playing. No, we can't say he hasn't been playing good this year because according to the stats, at before he got injured, passing yards 869, rushing yards 166, touchdown to interception ratio 11-1, passer rating 130.6. So we can't say he wasn't playing good. The fact of the matter is he got hurt in the Kansas City game that he had to sit out the last two games. Josh Allen has not had to sit out.
that's
Josh
true.
Allen won't hurt.
But let's compare the two. Let's compare. Let's compare the Ravens. Let's compare the Bills. Right. Both defenses are really bad. Right.
But if Lamar Jackson is expected to overcome coaching, overcome personnel, overcome all that, and stand and deliver, now that Josh Allen has that MVP, is no more excuses.
So what you're saying, and I'm just trying to understand your logic. What you're saying is, despite of them playing with a whole, they don't have Amari Cooper. They have a whole lot of young guys, right?
You
They
go
have
to you
Kerr, they
take
have.
whoever you take to the dance. That's who you dance with.
That's true, but with the defense being as bad as it is, right? And Josh Allen, it's not like they're getting beat real bad. Now that Falcons game was pretty bad. Now I mean, if Drake London would have got that touchdown, it probably would have been a worse game than what it was. They did play a little cleanup, but
I think at
um,
the time it was like 21-7 sometime in the second half.
was 28-7 almost.
28-7, excuse me.
Almost.
Sorry. No, no, no,
Almost.
no. It was 24-7 because the ending was 24-14.
Right, yeah.
So
But why do you feel like being that he got the MVP based on a previous season that he should be held to a higher standard to play with the measures that he's playing with now with all the
because
all the
every other
injuries?
quarterback is, especially the ones that win MVP, they're held to that higher standard.
Okay.
And if you cannot stand and deliver, you have to be subject to scrutiny.
So if you was to blame somebody for the losses that they have lost, who will you blame?
It got to go on the MVP. It got to go with the man that touches the ball more than anybody on the field.
So that 80-yard
Because if
run
you're the
by
MVP,
was
if
Josh
you are
Allen's
a
fault?
MVP quarterback, they've been coddling this guy. They changed rules for this guy. Remember the overtime rule? Remember that game in Kansas City? He didn't get the ball back because Patrick Mahomes did Patrick Mahomes things.
Mhm.
They changed that rule in that offseason. So everybody get a chance. So
Hmm.
you have to. He's not above reproach. Like you can't. Like my grandma used to say, "What's good for the goose is good for the gander."